Hyena Insider says whoever's posted in the old CEO's office will have a key card that should give you access to the vault.
Serious trauma detected. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Checking for the key card.
Tango's healing up.
Can't take much more. Yeah! Deep. Take that cover. RPG out! My arm is shut up!
True Sun's munitions detected.
Hey, what is up everyone? The LDB is back at it again, coming at you today with my Negotiator shotgun build for TU 9.1. So as many of you may know, I put a poll out in the community asking what you wanted to see next, the Negotiator LMG or the shotgun DPS, and they were both so close. So I just figured I'm going to merge both builds together, that way the majority of people should be pretty much happy, right? I may do the original shotgun build as well as the Negotiator LMG in the future. If that's something you would like to see, definitely let me know down below. So I hope you all enjoy and find this video helpful. If you do, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe for future Division content if you are new to the channel. You can check me out on Twitter at LDB Gaming, and feel free to drop a comment down below. So let's get into this. Alright everyone, and here it is. So as you can see up top there, I'm going to be using the sharpshooter specialization simply because we get that extra weapon stability. That definitely helps out when you're using a shotgun that has a whole lot of recoil. We also get some extra armor when we get into cover, and these handy dandy flashbang grenades. To me, this is definitely where it's at. In my opinion, you could really use whatever specialization that you want, but for me, I really enjoy the sharpshooter, and these flashbangs are definitely a big part of it. If you can flash them, you can rush them and just dump on them, do a whole lot of damage, and it's a lot of fun. So definitely try that out. Now, as far as the core attributes go, we have 5 red, 1 blue, and 0 yellow. I put 1 blue core attribute because we are using Unbreakable on the chest piece, so I figured, you know, have a little bit of armor to fall back on once that breaks. Because again, with the shotguns, we don't have a whole lot of range, and we have to be pushing a lot more in their face, and definitely Unbreakable is the way to go, in my opinion. Now, as far as the minor attributes go, we have 12 reds, 0 blue, and 0 yellow. So again, we are going just more raw DPS overall, and I've been loving it. Now, as far as the armor goes, 954,000. We have 285,000 health. We don't have any skill tiers. That really bums me out. And I'm using the assault turret with the fixer drone. Pretty straightforward on that. Now let's get on to these weapons. Alright, so for my primary weapon, I'm going to be using the rock and roll. I really love this weapon because it has some really nice base damage for being an automatic shotgun. We have that good RPM at 300 with 30 in the mag. Now, by all means, try out other shotguns. Some of them you can get to hit over 1,000,000 per shot. It's just that they lack that RPM and that mag size. That's basically just my playstyle. Try out different things and see what fits you. Now, as far as the attributes go on this weapon, they are definitely not the best, but as you can see in the gameplay, it still does work. It's definitely going to work out for you. Even if you have the non-named version of this weapon, still try it out. I mean, it's still going to do some really nice damage. Now, as far as the talent goes, it is perfectly extra. 50% magazine capacity. No damage up, nothing like that, but you have the extra bullets to just go ahead and dump. So to me, that is in itself very, very viable. Now, as far as the mods go, nothing too crazy here. We have a Russian red dot, 5 crit damage, and we have the laser pointer, 5 crit chance. You only have 2 mod slots on this weapon. It's kind of a bummer, but I love that RPM and that mag size, just being able to run up and dump on them. It's a lot of fun. Now, as far as my secondary weapon goes, the Sweet Dreams, this one's pretty good. Not too bad. I have some pretty good rolls on there. 1.3 million per shot. 70 RPM, though. So that's the difference. That's the difference right there. And 8 in the mag. That's a big difference there. We have the core attributes, 15% shotgun damage, 10% damage to armor, and 9% damage to targets out of cover. And the talents here, Sandman, melee attacks instantly kill non-elite enemies. Cooldown is 15 seconds. So if you're using this weapon, every 15 seconds, if there's a red or a purple bar, standing in front of you that is just, going to be a problem, just melee them. They go right down, and you can just keep on going. Gotta love that there. And as far as my sidearm goes, backup boomstick, 1.4 million. It's actually doing more than the Sweet Dreams here. It's kind of crazy. 200 RPM. It's only got 2 in the mag, though, or not even a mag. It's a crack barrel, but it's all maxed out, and it does some nice damage. And it has preservation on there. Killing an enemy repairs 10% armor over 5 seconds. So if you can think about it, swap to this weapon. Boom, boom. You're going to take someone down, no problem. Especially a red or a purple, typically just go down 2 shots, and you're going to get that extra armor repair right there. So, hey, gotta love that. Now, on to these gear pieces. Alright, so let's start out with the mask here. It is Negotiator's Dilemma. We have the 4-piece active. The 2-piece gives us that 15% crit hit chance. The 3-piece gives us 20% crit hit damage. And the 4-piece gives us hostile negotiations. This is my favorite right here. Critical hits mark enemies for 20 seconds, up to 3 marks total. When you critically hit marked enemies, all other marked enemies take 60% of the damage dealt. Gotta love that. You mark 3 NPCs, you do damage to 1, they all get damage dealt to them. That's absolutely amazing. That's probably why this is my favorite gear set for this game right now, and I know a lot of people feel the same way. Now, whenever a marked enemy dies, gain plus 2% crit hit damage, stacking up to 20 times, or until combat ends. So this is good for those long fights, the boss battles, things like that, and you can essentially get an extra 40% crit hit damage. Gotta love that. And when you get it stacked up, oh boy, we are doing some nasty damage. Now, as far as the attributes go, we have 15% weapon damage, 10.2 crit hit damage, and for whatever reason, they don't like to show the mod on this mask right here, so let's take a look up here. It is 11.2% crit hit damage. Okay, so for the chest piece, it is Badger. We have the 2-piece active giving us that plus 10% shotgun damage as well as 5% total armor. Now, if you wanted to, you could always go with a Gila chest to get that extra 5% total armor if you want, but this one right here had the rolls that I wanted, and you know, I'm not complaining. We have that maxed out armor roll, 10.4 crit damage, 5.6 crit chance, and 6% crit hit chance mod. I mean, overall, that looks pretty nice to me. Now, as far as the talent goes, it is unbreakable. When your armor is depleted, repair 95% of your armor, cooldown 60 seconds. So once a minute, you get 95% of your armor back, and that is absolutely crucial for this build because we are always going to be moving, changing cover, getting up close, essentially, because the shotgun does not have that great of range, and you have to have this on there. I mean, it's like a must. You could always go with the tardigrade chest. I did try that out, and that was working out nice if you are running with a team, but overall, this is what I've been using for my solo play. Alright, so on to the holster here. It is the ammo dump, the named high-end Badger Tough holster. Now, you can get this by completing the second stage of the firewall field research. You'll get this blueprint, and then you can just craft it over and over again. I have not ever got this to drop in the open world. All the times that I have farmed Badger, I think you can only craft this. So if you can, just get those resources up, start crafting away, and eventually you will get a pretty good one. This one's not too bad. We have 15% weapon damage there, 10% ammo capacity, and that is also amazing for this build because with the shotgun, especially the automatic shotgun, we go through ammo pretty quickly. We got some crit chance on there as well as some headshot damage, and if you smack them in the head, believe me, with the shotgun, they do not like that at all. Alright, so on to the knees. They are also Negotiator's Dilemma. The attributes that we have on here, 15% weapon damage and 4.6% crit chance. I wish I could have got a max crit chance roll on this with the weapon damage, but you know, it is what it is. I guess I'm used to that with my striker build, and when I put these on, just it kind of feels weird for whatever reason. I don't know. But either way, the gloves that we are using are also Negotiator's Dilemma. They have 14.8% weapon damage. I mean, come on. Give me them 15s. What is this 14.8 stuff? I mean, seriously. 6% crit hit chance maxed out, so that's pretty good. Now on to the backpack. It is, again, Negotiator's Dilemma. And the attributes, we have 12.6% weapon damage. I just maxed out that crit damage because I really wanted to push that as far as possible. Another 11.1% crit hit damage mod. And the talent that we get is Critical Measures. Increase hostile negotiations damage to additional marked enemies from 60 to 100%. So they will be getting 100% damage dealt to anybody else that is marked, and you're just face tanking the one. I absolutely love it. This build is amazing. This gear set is amazing. I absolutely love it. It fits with all weapons as far as I can find. I mean, even the LMGs, the shotguns, the ARs, even marksman rifles. I mean, still works very good with this this gear set right here, and I definitely recommend that you try it out. Alright everyone, so before we go ahead and sign off, let's just do a quick little recap breakdown here on the stat sheet. Now again, the weapon talents that I'm going to be using on my primary, Perfectly Extra. On my secondary, Sandman. Gotta love that one. On my sidearm, Preservation. And we have some 50 BMG rounds that we're running around with. I mean, gotta love that right there. Now as far as the weapon stats go, we're talking 374,000 per shot base damage, I guess, because it's not per bullet, it's per shot. We have 53.3% crit hit chance and 111.7 crit hit damage. Not too bad. 53.3 headshot damage. We have a little bit of armor damage here. The range is terrible, as you can see, 14 meters. You got to get up close and personal with this and just dump on them. 2.3 second reload time. A little bit of reload speed bonus, a little bit of accuracy, a lot of stability, 27.8%. Gotta love that right there. Now, as far as the ammo capacity, we have 15.6%. Push that on your watch whenever you can if you're going to be using a shotgun. I know that's not something that a lot of people just spec into right away, but you know, if you have the extra points, definitely put it into your ammo capacity. Now, as far as the offense goes, we have 81% all weapon damage bonus, as well as 40% shotgun damage bonus. I'd have to say we're doing pretty good right there. Now, as far as the gear talents go, again, on the backpack, Critical Measures. On the chest piece, Unbreakable. And the gear brand set's pretty straightforward on this one. 4-piece Negotiator and 2-piece Badger. I mean, nothing too crazy right there. And one of the pieces, the holster, again, you're just going to craft that. So that should be right out of the way, out the gate, no problem at all. Now, as far as defense goes, we're talking 954,000 armor, almost at 1 million. It is what it is, and again, I put 1 blue on here just so that when Unbreakable goes off, I have a little bit of armor to come back on. You know what I mean? If I was only at, 700,000, I mean, I guess it could still work, but having a couple 100,000 more definitely will help you out a lot. Now, as far as the max health goes, we're talking 285, a little bit of health regen, pulse resistance, a little bit explosive, hazard protection, so on and so forth. I'm starting to work on the hazard protection on my watch, and it's starting to show up a little bit. And as far as the skills go, again, I'm going to be using an assault turret with a fixer drone. And that is about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And there you have it, my Negotiator shotgun build for TU 9.1. This one really gets your blood going, as you are always up close doing a lot of damage. You have to always be on the move, be active, and it is a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed and found this video helpful. If you did, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button. Subscribe for future Division content if you are new to the channel. Hit me up on Twitter at LDB Gaming, and feel free to drop a comment down below. So until next time, guys, I hope you take it easy. I will see you then. Later.